What up, YouTube, and welcome to the next installment of Driving with Kevin. Today's video is going to be the Lyft app live. We already did the Uber app. Today we're going to do the Lyft app. So I'm just going to turn it on. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to go from there. So here we go. I've not driven at all tonight. I don't know what it's going to be like. I have no idea if it's busy. I did just check the app. It looks like there are a lot of cars on. So, not really sure what today's going to bring. But we're going to find out. So, we're just going to turn it on and we're going to see what happens. So, away we go. So, I haven't posted a video for a while. So first of all, I want to thank my new subscribers. I'm up to 4 now, which is 4 more than I thought I'd have. But in any regard, thank you to my new subscribers. Really, truly appreciate you subscribing. Like and share these videos. Let's try to get the word out here as much as we can. And yeah, so today's a really nice day. So for the first time in a long time, I think we finally hit spring. So hopefully this will have an impact on the riders and things will be better. People will be in a better mood. Tips will be good. You know, hopefully it'll be busy so I can show you this app in action. I'll get a ride at some point. I just don't know how soon it'll be. So I'm currently sitting in my garage waiting for a ping. I got a notification from Lyft today. So Lyft has a rewards program called Accelerate Rewards, and there's different levels. So I think it's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And bronze and silver are based on how many rides you give in a 30-day period. Gold, and I don't remember what the number is, to be completely honest with you. Gold, in order to achieve gold status, you have to give 175 rides in 3 months. And platinum is 400 in 3 months. That's a lot of rides. As a part-time driver, I didn't envision there would be any possibility of me ever getting gold. One of the things that I've wanted as a Lyft driver is to get one of those Lyft amps that you can get. I've been told they're on back order. They were releasing them by city. You had to give a certain number of rides in order to get it. It used to be once you achieve 250, you were eligible, and they tell you need to get 50 more in X number of days. And then they'll send you your Lyft, or they'll send you your Lyft amp. And the Lyft amp is basically a light that goes on your dash. It changes color based on what the rider selects. So the rider can call Lyft and say they want the light to be blue. Okay, I don't know what the colors are. There's only a certain number of colors you can get. But what happens then is when that driver pulls up, the Lyft light on the dash is blue. And then when they get in the car, the back side of it says hello and says their name. It connects to Bluetooth through your phone, so it knows when your Lyft app is on or off, and I believe it shuts off when your app is off and turns on when your app is on. Pretty nifty little deal. They're rolling it, like I said, they're rolling out by city. I got notification today that if I achieve gold status by the end of this month, I will get one of those amps. So it kind of motivates me a little bit, but it's also I have to do 45 rides in 10 days. And on a busy weekend, on a standard weekend, I do 19 or 20 rides an entire weekend. On Lyft by itself, 19 or 20. So, actually that probably for the whole week, but I generally drive on the weekends. So 19 to 20 usually in an average week. A busy week I might have 23 or 24. So realistically, for me to hit 45 rides in 10 days, probably not realistic, But I'm gonna try. I'm sure as hell gonna try. I really want one of those amps. I could always go on eBay and get one, but I have to buy it. Lyft is gonna send it to me for free as long as I qualify. So I really want to get those 40. I really want to get those 45 rides in. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but only being on Lyft is probably gonna help. I'm gonna drive around a little bit and see if that helps me get a ping here. So bear with me here. So outside of that, there hasn't really been much. I got a lot of activity on my video about my reaction to the Uber CEO's announcement that they upgraded the app, or they redesigned the app. My understanding of that, in case you're wondering, I know this is a Lyft video, but if you are an Uber driver as well, or you're an Uber driver who's watching this, my understanding is that's being rolled out by market. They're testing it in bigger markets. They already tested it. They already had like a dry run, so to speak, with it. But my understanding is they're testing it some more because they've changed it since the initial beta release. So they only rolled it out in certain markets, just to kind of see how some of those new features work with the app, such as telling everybody where the hotspots are, things like that. So I don't know what Lyft is going to do, if they're going to do anything like that or not. I guess we'll wait and find out. But I'm really hoping I get a Lyft ride here soon. I'm gonna show you one ride from start to finish, and then I'm gonna shut the app off. So could be a situation where with my Uber video, how I get multiple rides. If that happens, it happens. But my plan is to only show you one ride from start to finish, just so that you can get the feel. Again, Lyft has a little deal-a-bob around their website where you can go and you can get a feel for the app. It might even be available through the app. I don't know, but yeah, I think it is because I think I did it one time. But literally, it's just it gives you a fake passenger, sends you to a real address, wants you to go sit outside the house and click that you're there. Go through the entire process. So that is available through the app. If I don't get any rides, this doesn't do justice, but I know it's been probably at least 2 weeks since I did a video. The last 2 weekends I did not drive because I went out of town. So this is really my first real shift in about 3 weeks. So we'll see how it goes. I gave a few rides earlier this week. I think I gave 3 on like Tuesday night. And that was only 1 on Lyft and 2 on Uber. But so we'll see how this goes. So again, I have my music going in the background, but I think I heard from my previous videos that you really can't hear it. So hopefully that remains the case. But again, I will probably, if I do get a ride here, I will shrink down my little floating head there, just so that the passenger doesn't see that I'm recording. And I may mute it. I don't know. I think when I did the Uber one, I think the last one I didn't mute, but we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I'm really hopeful that I get a Lyft ride. I do think in my market Uber's more popular, but it kind of depends, because I've had some nights where I had Uber and Lyft on, and I got 10 Lyft rides and I got nothing on Uber. That has happened before. The other nights where I get like 15 rides on Uber and 2 on Lyft. So it really just kind of depends. But it always seems at the end of the week like it's pretty evened out, where I get the same number on Uber and Lyft. But again, I don't really have anything else to talk about right now. Nothing really has happened lately. Uber and Lyft have both pretty much staying out of the news, I think, for the most part right now. Lyft has never really been in the news, but I did hear that Uber is raising rates in some areas, and Lyft obviously has something's going on up here. Lyft obviously has mimicked that and raised rates in those same areas, because usually what one does, the other one does too. So there's a lot of thought that at some point Uber might buy a Lyft or Lyft might buy Uber. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I think I probably mentioned that in my videos before, but I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I literally don't know what to talk about because I'm waiting for a ride request. Still want to show you guys the Maestro app in action at some point. May do that this weekend. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I'd like to show you my setup in my car. Also at some point this weekend. Or also at some point. Probably not this weekend, but we'll see. Maybe. It just kind of depends on how everything goes, but yeah, I really need a ride here, guys. Let's see where everybody's at. So I always look at the Lyft app or the Uber app, depending on which one I'm using, or if I'm using both, I'll look at the map. Just kind of see where everybody is. And there is a guy right over there on that street, which is pretty exciting. So you can see right now, Uber only shows you the 8 closest drivers. I don't know if Lyft has that same policy. But some of the drivers disappear when I move the thing around. But there is one driver right by me, 2 other ones right down the hill, and then there's about 4 downtown. So again, my policy is I don't go downtown this early because it's early. No one's going to be going to the bars, or no one's going to be leaving the bars at this time. They're all going to be going to the bar. So I don't tend to go downtown until later in the night, until usually around 10 o'clock or so, because I think that's kind of when that would be a thing. So just for shits and giggles, I want to see where all the Uber drivers are. So and I'm not on Uber right now. I'm only on Lyft because I'm trying to get a Lyft ride here. But there's only, I mean, I shouldn't say only, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Uber drivers in my immediate vicinity. Only shows you 8 if there's 8 available. So there's not 8 available, there's only 7, and that does not include me. If I was on there, it'd be 8. But so that's Uber. Again, I'm doing a Lyft video, so that doesn't really matter. But I'm sorry, some of these videos are probably hard to watch because I don't know what to say, and I'm literally just kind of wasting time here. If I was live, I'd have a chat up, there are people watching me, and I could interact with the chat. I'm not live, I'm recording, only because it's easier for me to do it this way. I don't feel like I have enough subscribers yet to do a live stream, but if I keep growing like I am, I'm picking up a few subscribers a week. Like I said, I'm up to 4 now, and that's 4 more than I ever thought I'd have. Should say 3 more, because I subscribe to myself. So, as I think most YouTubers probably do. But, yeah, we are going to just chill out here, wait, and I gotta figure out how to edit videos, because I'll probably edit some of this dead space out a little bit. But I don't know how to edit yet. I haven't really figured it out. I've literally uploaded everything start to finish as I recorded it, because I don't really know how to edit, and that's unfortunate. I gotta figure that out. I gotta learn how to really do it, kind of sit down and look at it. I think it's easier on a PC it is on my cell phone, but that's the easiest way for me to find the videos is through my cell phone. So usually I upload it and then I go back and change it after it's uploaded, but none of that's important. So I may just kind of take it easy here and put this on pause until I get a ride, and then try to edit it out when I get to that point. So I'm going to pause you until I get a ride request, and we'll go from there. All right, I just got a ride request, so here we go. So you guys can see the Uber or the Lyft app here in full glory. So let's go get Angela, and then like I said, I'll probably pause it when I get there, and then we'll reconvene once it's over. So I just kind of hung out there for a while. I apologize, I had to put it on pause. Actually got a ride quick. I got a ride quicker than I thought I would, to be completely honest. So as you can see here, one of the things I do like about the Lyft app is that it runs the Google Maps interface right inside the Lyft app, so you don't have to leave the Lyft app to do your navigation. So that's great. A lot of people don't like the Uber navigation. There's an accident right here, it looks like. So that's exciting, and that just happened. So yeah, so Lyft gives you the option of Lyft navigation, which is built by Google Maps. It is literally Google Maps inside the Lyft app. Love it. I think it's great. That's what I use for Lyft. I just find it's easier. The other option is it gives you the option of Google Maps or Waze, as does Uber. Google Maps obviously would open Google Maps in a different window, or in a separate window. I think this is really, I like this. I think it's really super convenient, just because it's already there. It's already in the app, so you don't have to go back to the app when you're done. So yeah, that's what I do. That's the way, and so while we're on the subject of Lyft, I am almost there. But I know when I first started, I found that it was harder to get a 5-star rating on Lyft than it was to get a 5-star rating on Uber. And I don't know why that is. I still feel that way. But I don't struggle as much to get 5 stars on Lyft as I did when I first started. But I was, at the time that I started Lyft, I was a 4.94 on Uber. And after like a week of driving for Lyft, I was like a 4.6. And I could not figure out what I was doing wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong. I just think that it kind of depends on the market, really, but it feels to me like Lyft drivers are a little bit, or Lyft riders are a little bit more, I don't really know how to say it. I don't want to say anything negative, but I feel like maybe they're more picky. I feel like they're harder to please. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I just had a couple bad runs. I don't know. But I was doing everything the same as I was on Uber, and I was getting 5 stars on Uber and 1 stars on Lyft. And I couldn't figure out why. But we are just about to our destination, guys. Like I said, once I get her in the car, I'm probably going to turn the radio up a little bit. So I'm probably going to go ahead and put the stream on pause, or not on pause, on mute, while I finish the ride, and then I'll come back at you and sign off when I get done with the ride. So we're actually going to Cheney Road. It's saying that I'm going to St. Anne, but I'm not. That's incorrect. She's probably right on the corner, I would imagine. She's probably, I think I probably picked her up before, to be completely honest with you. She's probably right up here somewhere. I'll switch my light too. Yep, she's right there. So I'll be right back with you as soon as this ride's over, guys. All right, so that was that. So then you go drop off, confirm drop off, and then Lyft is different in the fact that you don't have to rate them right away. If you do not give them a rating, it defaults to a 5 after 24 hours. So I kind of have a practice of I kind of wait and see if they give me a tip. If they do give me a tip, I give them a 5. If they don't give me a tip, I guess it's not really fair for me to say. I give almost every rider a 5 unless I really didn't like them. And I'm more likely not to rate at all if I didn't like them. That's just kind of my policy, but they really got to piss me off to not get a 5. So if you rate, I think it's the same on Ubers as on Lyft. If you rate them a 3 or below, you'll never be matched with them again. But again, you know, Lyft wants you to write anything about the ride that you remember, whether you give them a 5 or a 1, whatever you give them, just for their records. Support sees it, the rider does not see it. So if anything went wrong or there was any question about anything during the ride, you can submit it to support, and that way if the rider comes back and says, hey, this happened on the ride, then support can say, okay, well, the driver did report that there was an incident, or you know, the rider reported everything was great, you know, or you know, or the rider says, oh, I loved riding this person or whatever, and the driver left comments saying great ride, you know, or whatever the case may be. So again, the riders are not required to rate the drivers. Drivers on Lyft are not required to rate the riders anymore. But if you do not rate, it defaults to 5-star. I wish it was the same for drivers. It's not that way, unfortunately. But that's just kind of how that works. So that right there was Lyft from start to finish. So $4.18. She did tip me $2. So that's great news. You can go in here, you can click on the ride. So $4.18 plus $2. That's what I just did. I can click here. And then this button down here says rate passenger. That's where you go to rate. And then if you have any notes, you write them down here at the bottom. Hit submit. You're good to go. So that's how, and it still says rate passenger. But if you've exceeded the 24-hour window, it says cannot rate. So, or rating not available, something like that. So she was a good ride. I had fun with her. We had a pretty good conversation. So. But that is Lyft in a nutshell. The Lyft app live. Pay attention. Probably sometime early next week, I will upload the Maestro app live. I will probably record that at some point this weekend. I won't do it too late because that's when it gets kind of rowdy and crazy in my car. And I'll also probably do a walkthrough of what my car looks like, what my setup is, things like that. So. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment below if you have anything you want to see, any suggestions for my videos. I do apologize. Some of these are a little bit longer than I'd like them to be. Once I get the whole editing thing figured out, I will try to get them to be a little bit shorter. But again, any comments below, subscribe and share with your friends. Like if you like this video. And I will see you next time. Lyft on.